going on, Tasha? We live.
Okay. Hey, Ngapo. Chama Ngapo, you guys. I can't see anybody in the chat.
Hold on. Let me go to your recent. You have everybody that's on. Halito, everyone. Halito.
Alito. I still can't see it. You know my stuff off.
They coming in. They coming on.
Yeah, I still can't see nothing. I'm trying to load it up on my browser.
It's coming. It's coming. Let me see. Where can I find my relatives' information? So let's see here. I had started you on the screen. I'm gonna put the no grandmama killer sign up, and I'm gonna work these. I'm about to go ahead and start working the ticker and stuff. But we got let me see. We got Frank Little, Lorray. Hey Lorray. We got Copper Color Brown, Loyalty Coexist, Callie Williams, Solito brother. Feather Crown King. Oh yeah, we got everybody's in here today. Can't hear you, Tasha.
From
Uh,
what I can see.
okay, you good. We can hear you now.
All right. Oh, shoot, I forgot the other. I can't find the other page.
So which
All
one we're
right,
gonna
y'all.
start off with today?
Start off with the
Tomorrow.
do some good, do some good upon their countrymen.
Some good upon the countryman.
Yeah, it's on the first page.
Okay. Wait a minute. I got say that again.
Do some good. Well, it should be the paradox of Indian
I got
slavery
you.
in early.
Okay, now I was trying
Okay,
to
I
figure
don't
out
know
what you.
what I can't remember what I titled it. I'm sorry, I sent you a different title. All right, you guys, we're gonna get into it once he brings it up on the screen. Go to the first page.
It's up. I just gotta. Oh, there we go. I know how to get it off.
Okay, so we were talking about the book earlier, The Stranger's Puritan by Hugh Peters. So it's basically kind of like an autobiography of his life as well as daily, I guess, business transactions and things for the Plymouth plantation. I know y'all all know the Plymouth Rock story and those things, but it didn't necessarily go the way that they taught us in school. And really, they came here to take advantage of the land and the people because they were over there taking advantage of the land of the people of the Irish and Scottish people. Okay. So in this book he really breaks it down, and he got a little tea on some of the people that he's working with, and this one woman's a prostitute and she's kind of convincing them to do all these business deals, and they shun her and all this crazy stuff on here. Okay, can you bring up the first page? But in this book they talk about the first slave ship that was built in North America. I know all y'all be asking where are the slave ships and that, this and that, but most of those ships were not specifically made to transport slaves, especially not from Africa. Okay, so this slave ship was built in New England, and let me see if I can find the page in the book. I got the book right here, and it was called the Desire. Okay, so the first slave ship over here is called the Desire. And basically, they were building these ships so they can do commerce with the Caribbean. Okay. So, can you bring up the first page so they can see it? Not this page, the next, I mean, page two. There you go. All right, so on this page it says, in the wake of the Pequot War in New England in 1637, 17 Pequot Indians, 15 boys, and 2 women were ordered to be sent out of New England by Massachusetts officials. Hundreds of captives had been taken by the English Puritans as a result of the colonists' triumphs in the battle at Mystic and the Great Swamp. Subsequently, many Pequot men were put to death, while others were divided up amongst the soldiers. given to the Narragansett, or assigned to the Connecticut or Massachusetts colonies. The 17 women and boys, however, were placed on board the Salem-built craft of Captain Pierce and embarked for sail in the remote Atlantic island of Bermuda. Can y'all see that? For some reason, Captain Pierce missed his landing and continued on to the West Indies. Once there, Pierce disposed his cargo on the tiny Puritan outpost off the coast of Nicaragua at Providence Island, where, by the stroke of the Providence Island Company's pen, the rebel Pequots were transformed into cannibal Negroes, condemned to serve out their lives in slavery in Anglo-America's first true slave society. All right, can y'all see that? Y'all hear it?
Yeah, they see it. I got it blowed up for them. Let me check the chat and make sure they can see it. Cause I got some questions already.
Right. So y'all see, they built this ship specifically for the Pequots. Those are Algonquin people. And by the stroke of the pen, y'all see the trend here. These are the first real people that were taken by the stroke of the pen and changed into Negroes.
Not just Negroes though, cannibals.
Cannibal.
That's what told me.
Cannibal Negroes. So what they were trying to do is beef their stock up, okay? So by calling them cannibals, of course, the people knew that they weren't Christians, so they can treat them however they wanted to treat them.
Because the queen said, said, at anybody that was cannibals, you could enslave them.
Exactly. Exactly. And then at the same time, up in New England, they had a group of Indians called the Praying Indians. Okay, and those people were left alone. And they also, in this book, they go about how they were like begging and working hard to convert the Indians to Christianity. They spent thousands of dollars in debt. They put themselves thousands of dollars in debt before this. And this is the reason why they had to ship these people out as slaves to pay off their debt. So what they were doing is they printed out the first Bible in North America.
Hold up. You went away as soon as you said it. All right, you back. Say it again. They printed out when?
They printed out the first North American Bible in the Algonquin language to convert these people to Christianity.
So they had to be 1619?
Yes, it was the 1600s. I don't know exact year. Let me find the page I just found. So on page 182 of the Strenuous Puritan, I know I can't bring it up on there. Not on there.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh,
It's
okay.
in the book I got.
I'm about to get to digging.
Right. Well, in the book, they tell you right here, it says, they show that they were trying to collect 2,000 pounds, which is a lot back then, in money, in scholarship funds, so they could convert the Indians. Okay. So because that did not work, they started to ship the Indians out as slaves to pay back those debts. Okay. That's just one instance where they borrowed $2,000.
Now, this is before the Atlantic slave trade now.
Right.
I need people to know this. This is before that slave trade.
Right, exactly. So the Pequot were the first people that they really were shipping out like that. And let me see if this article talks about the Desire. I don't see it on here. But yeah, so what they were doing is they were competing with the Spanish as well. And it got to a point where they kind of went overboard. And the guy, Peter Hughes, talks about it in the book.
In the book we was talking about this morning?
Yes. Yes.
What was the name of that book again?
The Strenuous Puritan.
That's it.
By Hugh Peters. On page 180, he talks about his anger with the Bay Colony for a shabby treatment of him, and it led to Eliot, the one who created the Algonquin Bible, and a couple other people having, and because he thought that converting the Indians was basically a waste of time and money. Right? And he quoted Mr. Eliot and Mr. Mayhews and such others preached to the Indians might for comfort sustenance herein, I'm speaking in this old Latin, be allowed 100 ill per annum sterling to be paid here in England to their signees or ensigners. And
Someone
he said,
said,
hmm?
"Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was gonna wait till you finish."
So basically, he was saying they blowing and wasting money trying to convert the people, and that's why he basically Peter Hughes basically came up with the idea to build the Desire, this first slave ship, and to send these people to the Caribbean to trade them.
So,
they can pay debts off.
Fawn Edwards said, "Can you repeat that about the Bible being translated one more time?" You remember what?
I said the first Bible. You can look it up. John Eliot was the one who translated into the Algonquin language. So in the 1600s, the first Bible created in North America was made in the Algonquin language for this purpose, to try to convert the Indians to Christianity. All right, so they used it as basically a tactic to try to take the land. Kind of, they thought they could assimilate the people with Christianity.
Oh yeah, I was reading about that. When James came over here, allegedly, but what I read was, he wanted the people to be Christians, but it was a lot to deal with plantations. Was a big motive. It was a big money maker, and he had got into it. And when they went back is when they ordered, allegedly is when he ordered the book to be written.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm trying to find a page that talks about the actual ship. I got all marked off. All so right, it says Peter.
Go ahead.
On page 138 of the Strenuous Puritan, it says Peter Hughes also encouraged shipbuilding at Salem and in the Bay generally. Before he had formally chosen Salem's pastor, he prevailed upon the Salem people to cooperate in building a ship. Okay. And with his own capital, he helped to launch Salem's first vessel, the Desire. And although he owned only an interest in it, it was commonly referred to as his ship. Okay. So the Desire was the first ship that they used.
The Desire.
Yep. In February 1638, with a cargo of cotton, tobacco, salt, and Negroes. By this trade, it is apparent that Peter Hughes not only sought profit for himself, but also hoped to establish a commercial basis upon which the younger colony could build. Okay. So you'll see where they were trading cotton, tobacco, salt, and Negroes. On this first voyage abroad, it was commissioned to transport a group of Pequot captives to Bermuda and sell them as slaves. All right. So, and then of course, they missed the mark, like I said earlier, and they end up.
That's right. So
past Bermuda.
I know everybody know. I know y'all about to be mad at Coach, but y'all know what time it is. We are all on one channel. I just let everybody know. Hey, we're going to No Grandma Killers over on YouTube channel to finish this conversation, and I hope to see y'all there. So I'm sorry, Phoenix, your YouTube, you got a lot of viewers, but y'all know where we're going. We're going to No Grandma Killers. So I'll meet y'all there. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, everybody.
So yeah, that's some tough information.